Good afternoon, I'm Harrison Richards and this is Solent Sports News. There is a new home of darts in Southampton that anyone can give a go. Reporter Jamie Somerville went down to Sharkey Sports Bar to find out how they're capitalising on the sport's rapid success and growth over the last 2 years.
Darts has seen a huge surge in popularity, with major tournaments drawing global audiences and local leagues thriving. The sport's growth has led to new venues embracing the trend, like Sharkey's in Southampton, which has just opened a brand new state-of-the-art darts lane, giving fans and players another exciting place to compete.
Well, a lot of the time you go to pubs and they have dartboards, but they don't have this sort of setup. So for someone like myself, quite an avid dart player, it's nice to have somewhere you can come where you could actually enjoy the game. You've got the halos, they've obviously put a lot of money into this setup, and it just makes the game more enjoyable. And for someone like myself, it's good to find somewhere where you can bring your friends, you can have a good time, and obviously have a good setup as well. So I've played darts ever since I was a kid. My family were very much into it, my granddad especially. But one thing that I've never been able to find is a dart setup that is like this. A lot of the time you just find there's a dartboard, it's not very well lit, and there's not a lot of opportunity for you and your friends to come as a big group. But with something like this where you've got 7 lanes, this is perfect for someone like myself.
Sharkey's isn't just adding darts, it's raising the game for pub sports in Southampton. With top tier facilities for pool, snooker and table tennis already in place, nowhere in Southampton comes close. But don't just take my word for it. Here's Harley to tell us why Sharkey's is the premier city venue.
100%, yes. There are many places in Southampton where you can play darts, but nowhere has this kind of setup where we've got the 7-blade 6 boards, we've got the halos, we have everything lined up properly. There are many places where you can play. The sport is absolutely booming in Southampton at the moment, but this is the premier place to go.
Sharkey's is cementing its reputation as Southampton's top venue for pub sports, with the addition of a new darts lane. To explain the vision behind this latest investment, here's the manager Muto to share why they are expanding their competitive social gaming offering.
So we have obviously way too many pool tables and American pool tables, so I thought it'd be a good idea to have a dedicated darts floor so it doesn't get in the way of pool. So as you can see, there's no obstruction, they can enjoy playing darts here and stuff like that. And it's popped off ever since. Like, we're busy most of the days we're open on. There's been a lot more customers coming in, so altogether I would say it's about 20 to 25% of revenue coming in more. People just coming in the venue and enjoying playing darts or whatever they want to do.
With exciting new additions and bold moves, Sharkey's continues to lead the way in Southampton's pub sports scene. Jamie Somerville, Solent Sports News.
We can now go live to Tom Scrouston, who is at Sharkey's in Southampton. What are you up to there, Tom?
Thank you, Harrison. We're here at Sharkey Sports Bar in Southampton, and we're going to play darts here. I'm with aspiring darts player and superfan Ben Pattle. What is it about the game of darts that you love, and how long have you actually been playing for?
Well, it's a great sport. I've been playing it since I was a young kid. It's a great way to get your mental maths, and it's just a great sport, and I love going to watch it. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah, so should we have a little throw? And
yeah, go on.
What is it about Sharkey Sports Bar that you really like about the darts boards and the facilities?
Well, they've got so many different darts boards now, and it's all free to use, so it's a really great facility for the darts, and it's a great way if you're just getting into darts. It's a great way to come and get into it.
Yeah, so obviously you've been watching darts for a long time. What's your thoughts on the current state of the sport?
Oh, I think the sport's growing massively. With the likes of Luke Littler and Van Gerwen and Stephen Bunting, the sport's ever growing, and it's going to be one of the super sports in the country, in the world.
Obviously the Premier League last night, big viewing numbers, World Championship, everyone loved it. What were your thoughts on the Premier League lineup?
Oh, I think the Premier League lineup was perfect, to be honest. All the players are the best players in the world. Obviously the top 4 certified themselves, and then the other 4, like Bunting, great picks for the sport.
So obviously there's been criticism about maybe Nathan Aspinall and Gerwyn Price being in the lineup. Is there any players you feel that should have been in the lineup or not?
No, I think all the players are perfect, to be honest. Gerwyn Price fully deserved to be in there. He's a world champion. Nathan Aspinall, he's come 5th previous 2 years he's been in it. He's got a great chance of getting that top 4.
Yeah. So if you had to predict a winner for the Premier League of darts this year, who would it be?
Well, it's hard to look away from Luke Littler, but that's a bit boring, so I'm going to go with Stephen Bunting.
Stephen Bunting?
Yeah.
Why Stephen Bunting?
It's just such a consistent player, consistently in the 180s, rarely hits a treble this visit. Yeah, it's a great
So
player.
that's all for now. Thank you, Harrison. I'm going to get some tips from this guy. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much, Tom, but you better keep practicing. In other darts news, Luke Littler continued to impress, despite losing out to Michael van Gerwen. During his 6-5 loss on the opening night of the Premier League darts, he averaged 113, which was the second highest losing mark in the competition's history. Have you ever watched blind walking football? Well, neither have I. I was meant to explore its challenges, but after a no-show, I focused on the collaborative side of walking football and how it brings people together. You saw walking football. This week, you were meant to see blind football, but unfortunately, that hasn't happened. But this group are all about adapting. Every Monday, these football enthusiasts are walking a football session to encourage health, fitness, and to make new friends. Patrick Duncan runs the walking football sessions.
We'd had registered interest from someone with a visual impairment, but they were unfortunately not able to come today. But our plan to adjust is to, instead of using the normal football, use one of the blind footballs and play with that. I think it's more of a fun sport for people to get involved in, but I think it would be good to get a team going. It's just what other unis or different teams there would be to play. The blind football we're going to be running to the end of Easter.
Lecturers can also get involved with the sessions, and Dr. Martin Corsi from Football Studies took us through the benefits of them.
I think it's just a bit of physical activity, a bit of, after a stressful day at work or university or whatever, it's chance to release, chance to socialise, bit of fun, a little bit of competition, but ultimately it's just good to see people out here like this. Yeah. If there is something like if there's a blind person comes wants to play football, then I think we as a group should be as welcoming as possible and try to make sure that everyone feels welcome and we can, I guess, adjust the session to suit everyone's needs and make everyone feel welcome.
I tried out walking football for the first time, and within the first 2 minutes of me playing, I did this. After finish, that is. But the good thing about walking football compared to normal football is you can do it in jeans and Jordans. With my incredible outfit on, I enjoyed my Monday night having a kickabout, even if it wasn't as fast-paced as I'm used to. The event has helped many different students and lecturers collaborate from all different courses. Tyler Johnson is a film, TV and media student at Solent University, and he is helping out by making content to promote the sessions.
The guys asked us to film some stuff for their socials, but we're going through some football stuff ourselves, so we thought we'd come check this out, do a few shoots and see what content we can get for them. I think the main thing for everything is just exposure, right? Like, you don't really know that this is going on every Monday or whatever. You don't know these things, so it's anything you can show off, especially the fact that we've got girls playing here today. Anything that you can show off will always help the cause.
I am knackered after all that walking, but this just shows that even when things go wrong, there are people out there who can adapt to these situations. What a player that guy is. There is also FA Cup fourth round action, including Southampton facing Burnley at St Mary's on Saturday. Before last Saturday's win at Ipswich, Saints had not won a league game for 14 matches, but perhaps the tide is now turning in Hampshire. We follow the Solent Ravens cheerleading team as they put the finishing touches on their big routine for an upcoming competition in Manchester next week. But whilst it may seem simple, the physicality of it means it's far tougher than it looks.
In less than a week's time, the Solent Ravens will be swapping an empty sports complex for the grand stage of Manchester Arena, where 10,000 spectators await.
They've been to future cheer competitions before, competing against some of the best from around the UK. Although results didn't go their way, making last-minute training sessions like this one paramount.
Despite the pressure of such event, President Sophie Graydon believes everything is starting to fall into place.
I think it's going well, yeah. We train 3 hours a week, and then we've got another extra training session coming up next week as well. But yeah, just getting as many reps in as possible. I think it's so much harder than it seems. I think it seems so easy because what everybody sees is the final product, but the training process behind that and the strength it takes is so much more than people say.
On paper, the team with the best ability wins the competition. However, this simply isn't the case.
There are many different factors that goes into selecting a team, and on the day, Nerves, lapses in concentration, or even wardrobe malfunctions can cost you dearly.
This is why coach Claudia Taylor takes many different factors into account when selecting her team.
So we did tryouts. From there, we just focus on potential in people, because a lot of people haven't done cheer before. So we think, oh, this person doesn't know what they're doing at the moment, but are they teachable? Obviously, if people have prior experience, that's quite important for a uni team, where the majority might have not done cheer before. And just effort as well, and personality in a way. You don't want someone that's all grumpy and going to bring the mood down, because it's a team sport, so that's quite important. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 7, 1. 3, 4, 5, 7, 1. 3, 5, 7, 1. Out, 3, 4.
One person who made it onto the team is Brad Rogers, the only guy on the competition squad. He's only been doing it 4 months, and he believes it's much harder than he anticipated.
I just think I used to watch the Ravens, and I was like, I reckon I could do that. And you never realise how much like work and technique actually goes into it, because it's more about technique than strength. I think it's so much harder than it looks, but I've loved every second of it. It's been so good.
So with just over a week left, the Ravens will need to rally together ahead of the big day. Freddie Dorman
and Chloe Geddes, Solent Sports News.
This Sunday in New Orleans, the Kansas City Chiefs will face off against the Philadelphia Eagles in the 59th edition of the Super Bowl. The contest is a rematch of Super Bowl 57, which saw the Chiefs run out 38-35 winners thanks to a last-second Harrison Butker field goal. A local climbing centre just a stone's throw away from our studios is celebrating their 8th birthday this weekend. Our Roman reporters, Will Hewlett and Freddie Kilby, went to find out more.
We're here at the Boulder Shack Climbing Gym to celebrate their 8th birthday.
And we want to know why this place has been doing so well for so long. So let's find out.
Woohoo!
In 2017, the Boulder Shack Climbing Gym was a project made possible with the collaboration of the local community.
That's really odd.
8 years later, it is a thriving business, with the local community still at its heart.
This Saturday, they are celebrating their birthday with an arcade-themed party.
Through local fundraising, Boulder Shack and their supporters managed to raise over £32,000 to help build the facility, with a third of it going towards climbing equipment for the use of charity.
The Shack is always ascending for improvement, with the climbers at the focus.
Even since being here for this last 8 months to a year-ish, I've seen so much development here. It's Shack tries to be really community focused, so it's really good for us to ask people what they think of the gym. They'll be like, can we have this? And we'll be like, yeah, sure. And we'll try and put it in if we can.
Start high, mate.
We couldn't help but to get involved.
Nope. That really hurt as well.
Oh, get a grip.
Luckily for us, you get briefed at the start to make sure that you know all your safety procedures, and you don't have to be a beginner. That's the fun of it. It's a very social sport, and yeah, very beginner friendly. I've never climbed before, but I've reached the top.
Climb, 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 which is what we're doing. It's good fun, it's great fitness because it uses all parts of your body, your fingers, your arms, your hips, your legs, your toes. It really is a full body workout, and some say it's better than the gym.
Bouldering still has a long way to climb in terms of popularity, but Harry sees it reaching a high peak of potential.
At the moment, it's been a pretty niche sport that's still expanding. I think that the future of climbing is probably going to, realistically, is probably going to be more competitive. I think there's going to see more gyms. There's going to be gyms in most cities. It's really hard to predict where the industry will go, but it's always exciting.
Woo. So we've just finished here at the Boulder Shack Climbing Gym, and after that induction and all that bouldering practice, we're absolutely knackered.
Yep, the forearms are burning, the fingers are knackered, and we'll be ready to come back one day soon. But make sure you come down this Saturday for their 8th birthday.
That's all for now. Make sure to check the Solent Sports News website for more live updates. See you next week. Goodbye.